they're waiting for you. The baby is waiting for you.
Already?
So you can see.
They got me mixed up with somebody else?
No.
Well, they can't photograph me with my doggy bag. So let me try that. Are they going to the restaurant?
What do you want?
Are they going to the restaurant?
Yes. You would like to eat something or something?
I wish they would catch me around a little. Good morning.
Morning.
I wish they'd catch
This
me.
way, on the left.
I wish they would catch me around a little bit more photo.
Take them all to the hotel. Yes, we can do that. And then when the rest of the bags and the equipment on the truck will be here.
I have to get some information. Good morning. I wonder where Jimmy Hall is with my bag.
You have a bag with you?
I had some carry-on, and then I had some checked to it first. He's probably loaded down, trying to get out. He didn't come out, did he? Who? Jim Lowe.
No, I didn't see him.
You've been coming to Europe many times, I suppose. Do you feel there is an important difference for a jazz player to be playing in Europe or in the United States?
I don't know. It's a very mixed up kind of question.
For the reactions of the audience and things like that, how do the people react?
We don't have any trouble with audiences.
It's about the same kind of reaction. The audience is the
You
same.
can't compare audiences. They're all good. What can you say?
Do you think the people in Europe feel your music the same way?
You can't compare audiences. No way. You can't compare audiences, you can compare artists.
You've been to Moscow lately. How come you went there?
Well, we were there on the cultural exchange for the State Department of the United States.
How were your impressions of when you went there?
Wonderful. I had a ball, 5 weeks, and on one of the highest plateaus of culture I've ever seen. It's a very wonderful place, a lot of great composers have been there, and just the anticipation, the first thing of going to a place where all these great musicians and great composers have lived and come out. Of course, there's something in the beginning, and then to go there and to go and see all of their things and hear all of their things done there.
It's impressive.
And to encounter the most enthusiastic audiences you've ever had in your life. It's quite a thing.
In the, let's say, the course of your career, do you have the impression that the music you've been playing has changed? Was there an evolution in the kind of music you played?
Well, I write from the same perspective. We must change musicians sometimes, and anytime you change one musician, a little bit of the character is altered.
But you have the feeling the big guidelines, let's say, are the same?
What are the big guidelines? I didn't know there were any.
The main, the way you compose it, the way you feel.
I don't have any way. Are you telling me or asking me?
I'm asking you, sure.
Well, you sound like you have a diagram for me to stay in. You have a category, a cubic
Well,
pigeonhole.
then
am I
get out
supposed
of
to
that.
stay in that little
No,
bit?
no, no, please.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel.
I mean, if 20 years ago when you were composing, or if you are doing it now, do you have the same? I don't know. Yes, the same guidelines, the same.
Well, I didn't know I had any guidelines. You just giving them to me. You never told me about it before. I never
Do
know
you
I had
feel
any.
the evolution of music has been important on what you've
Evolution
been?
of music generally has practically no meaning. If you're talking about me, then you talk about me. I don't know about anybody else. What I do has no relationship with what anybody else does. When people come to see us, they come to see us. And when you go to a Count Basie concert, everybody in that hall went to see Count Basie. They didn't go to any guidelines. Or when they went to see anybody, for that matter. That's what it is. No guidelines. I don't know what a guideline's all about. I mean, if this music that you're talking about, it means anything at all, it means freedom of expression. And without which, I mean, there's nothing. Is there any reason why it should not have freedom of expression? If it is any kind of an art, is it still an art if it does not enjoy freedom of expression? What does that mean? I don't know what are you saying? I mean,
Well, let's say the influence about the influence of things like pop music and things like that on jazz.
well, I don't believe in these categories. What is a category? What? Who's jazz? Bechet, Django Reinhardt, Art Tatum, Louis Armstrong. Tell me, what is it about one of them that's like the other that puts them in the same category?
When, well, let's say the influence of more electrically amplified sounds on music, do you think that that has changed, for an example, the way that you have composed?
As long as you enjoy freedom of expression, it means that for many, many years, electrical amplification has been available. But in spite of it, there are still people who play without it, which, of course, is part of the joys of freedom of expression.
What does it feel like to be, I would almost say to be Duke Ellington? I mean, representing many things to many people, not only musically. How does it feel when you come here to feel that you are Duke Ellington, awaited by people who are wanting you to play, waiting for you to play?
I don't know. Duke Ellington is a guy who will go over there tonight and try to communicate with the audience. And if he does, he will figure that it's one of his very, very lucky days. Fortunately, he's had many lucky days.
Fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Could I have a copy of that, please?
Tu aurais une adresse ou...
Yes, you give me your address and we'll send a copy to you.
Well, you can't get it before we leave tomorrow?
A copy of that?
A copy of... listen, I have to go to the town, and he will be able to tell you tonight if you can have
Can't you have it dubbed today?
Yes, it's going to be done today.
It's going to be done today. I'll try to...
Well, I
would
mean
you want me...
before it's cut.
What do you mean, before it's cut? Before it goes on the wire?
I mean, before it's...
It's broadcasted, you mean? You want to
I mean,
assist the
or
cutting?
before it's edited, even.
Oh, I see. You would like to see it before it's edited.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't want a picture. I just want a tape, audio.
Oh, the audio tape. Oh, yes, the audio tape is there. We can have a
I
copy.
want to
very
take. That's
easily.
all I want. I
Yeah.
don't want the picture. I don't. I want to look at this.
We'll bring a copy of the audio tape to the hotel. You can have a tape recorder
Oh,
there.
good. Thank you very much.
Okay.